It's Sunday and it's time to meal prep. So I'm gonna be having ground beef, brown rice, onions and peppers, and we're also gonna be making some green beans to go with that meal 4, I believe it is. So let's get to it. We are gonna start by turning on the burners and just throwing that ground beef straight on. So I'm kind of just crumbling this up after I get it out of this package, and so awkwardly, but just crumbling it all up and letting it heat up. These go in the trash. We're also gonna get the rice ready. So I want a little bit more than a cup and a half. So we're gonna do that and that. And then we need about 3 cups of water. All right, don't laugh at my little itty bitty pan here. It's adorable. That's all I've got to say about that. So that one's gonna go back there. This one's gonna go on medium until it boils. Then we're gonna turn it on low and put a lid over it. And in the meantime, we can start chopping up some of the peppers. I'm gonna put some seasoning on the ground beef, kind of like a taco meat kind of thing, but I just mix it myself instead of doing the packets. So we're gonna need some garlic, lots of garlic, onion powder, some Himalayan pink salt, and that chili powder, which I think is brand new. And then we need this guy. I'm gonna mash it up real good. So I like to cook in bulk like this for my lunches for the week because it just makes it 10 times easier. Plus I just feel way more productive throughout the week when I'm not stopping for, I don't know, half hour to try to fix myself lunch. It's just so simple to have it all done beforehand, and then when I'm ready to eat, I just pop a Tupperware out of the refrigerator. It's all good. We're still waiting on that rice to boil, so we're just gonna keep cutting over here. Gotta grind up that meat a little bit more. This pan is enormous. It's like bigger than my stomach. Alright, looks like this is pretty much done. We're gonna turn that off. This guy's almost boiling. Alright, so we are actually gonna put a paper towel in the bottom of this bowl, because what that's gonna do is that's gonna soak up some of the extra fat from the ground beef that we don't necessarily want. So I'm gonna burn myself on that. This thing is like freaking huge. Yeah, there's no way. There's no way. We're gonna spoon it. Okay, so that guy is boiling. We're gonna turn this on low. We're gonna throw that on there. Okay. I'm gonna scoop. You see how that paper towel is starting to soak up some of the juices? You could totally use a strainer. We don't have one, but this is the next kind of best way to do it. Now I can pick this up. Almost, still really heavy for one hand. Ah! All right, so we're gonna turn this back on because we're gonna put the peppers there. Gonna put this off to the side, let it cool down. We'll throw those peppers on here. The next thing we're gonna wanna do is those green beans, so I'm gonna put some water in this. It's only gonna be maybe about 2 inches deep of water. There's not very much in there. We're gonna put that here and turn it on high. Now, my favorite way to cut green beans is with kitchen shears. So all you're gonna do is cut off the ends of these guys, like that, and toss them in the pot. Then all we need to do is put a lid over it. All right, so as those guys are almost finished cooking, we can start putting the ground beef into the Tupperwares. So I need about 113 grams of the cooked ground beef. So we are gonna put the Tupperware on the scale and zero it out, and then kind of just scoop everything on here. Should probably be using a spoon. That might actually make more sense. So we're gonna do that. Cool, that's a little too much. 114. Make it 113, right on the dot. So we're just gonna keep doing that. Make sure that when you do this, you keep zeroing out the scale, because sometimes, for some reason, some of the Tupperwares are not the same weight. So strange, but it happens. All right, so I try to get that as close as I possibly can, and we just keep doing that over and over again. Perfect. Okay, so that's 5, and we still have quite a little bit left in here. And as you can see, this is the paper towel. It soaked up a good amount of that juice, so I'm glad that we put that in there. It actually looks like we still have enough for another meal, so this would be Saturday, which is perfect. I don't think I have another Tupperware this size, so it's gonna be in this shape. So zero that out again. Let's see if it's another meal. And oh, she's so close. Oh, she made it. Awesome. Cool. And a little leftover. This is probably gonna go to the dog, to be honest with you. She loves getting little scraps. I'm surprised she didn't come in here yet. All right, so the peppers are done. We're gonna start scooping those over to measure out about 4 ounces worth. So it's about the same weight, 114, that we're looking for. And remember, zero it out every single time, because you never know. Sometimes your Tupperwares are not the same size. If you're not making a mess, you're not doing it right. Now that the rice is done, we can take this over here. Ooh, it's hot. I definitely should have used a bigger pot. Oh well. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing for the rice. Zero it out and then plop some in there. We are going for 138 on all of these, right? 138, let me just double check. See? There's nothing wrong with double checking it. 137.5. So 138, let's be honest. All right, it looks like I'm not gonna have enough for Saturday, which is totally okay. For Saturday, all I need to do is cook a little bit more rice, and I can actually use that into the next meal plan if I need it. But what I am gonna do is I'm still gonna put it in here and measure it. And we're super close. We're only a couple grams off, you guys. So it's 83 grams as opposed to 138, what I'm looking for. So what I can either do, like I said, is cook some more rice on Saturday, that way I have enough, or I can add some of the leftovers that we have from the dinners to this meal. So for example, most of our dinners were having potatoes this week, so if I add just like a few more grams of potatoes to match up with the amount of carbs that I should be having at this meal, then that's great. But what I am gonna do is I'm gonna make a little note that this one's only 83 grams of carbs. I'm gonna take the lid and I'm actually just going to take a little expo marker and just write 83 grams. Now, if you are the type of person who likes to be super organized, you can actually do these expo markers on every single lid or even the Tupperware itself if you want to. I don't really feel the need to do that because I know that it's already exactly what it needs to be, but maybe that's something you want to do on like a carb cycling day. It definitely helps. So this is going to go on here, and that's how I'm going to know that this one is the one that's 83 grams and then all the other ones are 138. And just like that, our green beans are done. So I'm gonna take this and I'm going to drain it. Just using the lid, just drain it off. All right, and just like that, we've got steamed green beans, my favorite. And all I do to these guys, honestly, is a little bit of onion powder, a little bit of garlic, a little bit of salt. Apparently I'm Southern all of a sudden. And if I'm really feeling it, a little bit of pepper. This thing is as big as me. Cool. I'm gonna take one of these, just shake it up a little bit, get those all in there. You can't see, there you go. You can see now. Cool. And that's my green beans. And all I need to do is put them in this big guy. Making a mess, as usual. Actually, only one fell out. That's pretty good. So these go in here. These are gonna cool off before I put a lid on them. And there you go. I'm done with my meal prep Sunday. It's pretty simple. So we've got all of these meals here. I do like to let them cool off just a little bit before putting the lids on there, just because I don't want all that moisture in there. So that's a wrap. These are my beautiful, delicious meals back there, and I'm gonna put those in the fridge, and I'm gonna catch you guys tomorrow because I'm gonna be showing you how I do my breakfast and my snacks and my dinners and all of that good stuff. So hang on tight and I'll see you in the next video.